Departmental Test review, which was held on 21st November. See here we are discussing paper code 146 review. See here, the Panchayat Raj Act 1994 book. So mostly questions are came from this topic. 20 marks, almost 20 marks, that is 20 questions came from this book, and this book allowed in exam hall. Okay, and another important book is Account Test for Employees of Local Bodies, and from this book almost 25 questions, around 25 questions given from this, and book also allowed in exam hall. And another book, Mandal Praja Parishad, Jilla Praja Parishad and Jilla Abhivruddhi Samiksha. 10 marks weightage is there, and almost 10 questions given based on this book, and book allowed in this examination hall. And all these books should be Bare Acts. Regarding Bare Act book only they allowed. This one also Bare Act book, and Account Test for Employee of Local Bodies book also Bare Act, and Mandal Praja Parishad, Jilla Praja Parishad and Jilla Abhivruddhi Samiksha, this one also Bare Act book. And Municipal Act book, Bare Act book allowed, but in most of the areas this book is not available in market. So whether it is allowed or not allowed, just share in comments so that other persons also will know that. Okay, and regarding miscellaneous questions, all mixing of all the questions, they are not particularly about the particular book, all mixing. Okay, all mixing all these three books, and some of the questions given 33 marks given, which is a part of any of these three books, and some of the out of this book also they asked. Okay, and 33 marks is miscellaneous questions. And the qualifying marks for this, there is no a specific cutoff for this, and cutoff was removed for this. You should get a 40% of the marks from the paper code 146, then only you will pass this exam, otherwise you can't pass this exam. 40 marks is needed for passing this exam. And one more important thing is, compared to last year and before last year, the negative marking is removed for this. So negative marking is removed. So as the negative marking is not there, there is a more scope for passing this exam, and those who attempted this exam along with books and along these Bare Act books, they definitely will get a good score in exam, and there is a possibility for passing this exam. And examination is easy and easy to moderate, we can say. And some of the people might have felt difficulty because they don't have books, and some of them purchased in the last minute, so that it is quite difficult for them to go through those books. And if they have gone through the index what they have in those books, it might be easy for them for getting the questions in exam hall. Okay, so moderate we can say, paper 1 is moderate, we can say, easy to moderate we can say. And passing marks is 40 marks, that is 40% of the total marks. Here 100 questions given, so 140% is, that is 40 marks you need to get for qualify for this exam. Okay, this is for 146 for AP Departmental Test. And for TS Departmental Test also almost same. Okay, whatever the books that you are using here for TS, for Telangana state also you can use the same kind of books, and in the books itself they have written that. Okay, that is, it is for TS or AP Departmental Test books, like that. Okay, and they not allowed any Xerox copies and some guide material, some question and answers, they haven't allowed in exam hall. Okay, you can make note of that. And all the Bare Act books only they allowed in regarding paper 1. And if they don't have, if they have some textbook also, they haven't allowed as per the 2020 in some of the examination halls. There is no Bare Act on it, they haven't allowed for paper 1. Especially for paper 2, for some of the books they allowed, though there is no Bare Act. For some textbooks they allowed, and that I will discuss in the next portion. Okay, so here once again I am repeating, Panchayat Raj Act book allowed, Account Test for Employees of Local Bodies allowed, and Mandal Praja Parishad this book allowed. Municipal Act book allowed or not allowed, we are not very sure about this, because this book is not available in most of the areas. Okay, and 33 questions from miscellaneous, and qualifying marks is 40%, that is 40 marks is the qualifying marks for this passing this exam. And previously 35 you might have seen, the cutoff is 35. As the negative marking is removed, they increased the cutoff for this, that is qualifying marks, they have increased it to 40. So for AP Departmental Test, qualifying marks is 40 marks now. And one more thing, AP Departmental Test Review 2020, this is for paper 148, and these are the books they have allowed in 2020. These are the books they have allowed in examination hall, that is Treasury Code volume 1 book, Treasury Code volume 1, and some of they have purchased the Treasury Code book they might have purchased, which is having both volume 1 and volume 2. That book also they allowed, and almost 20 questions given from this Treasury Code book. Okay, on an average around 20 questions given from this Treasury Code book, that is 20 marks. And Bare Acts books allowed, and apart from this Bare Acts, normal textbook also allowed for this Treasury Code volume. Normal textbook, which is bigger one, you can say. Okay, more number of pages you can find in Treasury Code volume, and normal textbook also allowed, though there is no Bare Act written on the cover page, they allowed it. Okay, inside, after turning the 2 or 3 pages, they have written one statement there. This Treasury Code book is allowed in examination hall. That statement given, after seeing that statement, the examiner they allowed this book to the examination hall. That is observation from 2020. Whatever the people they have attended in exam, that is the feedback from them, and that's I have discussed here. And special pay and allowance book, this book also allowed, and that is 20 marks given from this, around 20 questions given from this topic, that is Bare Act book allowed. Bare Act book allowed. If they have Bare Act written on the cover page, then only they have allowed this special pay and allowance book. And regarding fundamental rights, 20 marks weightage is there, that is 20 questions given, and on that Bare Act should be written on that, then only they have allowed fundamental right. Only for Treasury Code, though there is no Bare Act written on the cover page, they allowed, and remaining all, if there is Bare Act, then only they allowed the book. Okay, for revised pay commission, you can make note of this. Some of them entered with normal textbooks. With revised pay commission 2015, they have entered with normal textbook, they haven't allowed this. You can make note of this, they haven't allowed this, and other than Bare Act book, not allowed for this exam. And as per the observation from the 2020 who have attended the exam, from the feedback that I have written here, Bare Act book only allowed for revised pay commission, textbook not allowed in exam. Okay, and miscellaneous questions, almost 33 marks, that is 33 questions given from miscellaneous, and these 33 is a part of these 4 textbooks, and other than this also they have asked. Okay, so almost 33 questions, which is a part of above 4 or mixing, we can say 33, and particularly we can say this 20, this is 20, this is around 20, this is 10, we can say around, and this is miscellaneous mixing, we can't tell particularly these questions are from this topic only, we can't tell surely. That is why in the miscellaneous section I have written this. No particular book, it's a combination of all books questions. So these are the books they have allowed in 148. For paper code 148, they allowed Treasury Code volume 1, special pay and allowance, fundamental rights, and revised pay commission. So these are the books they allowed. Okay, Bare Act, if there is no written, see, and see here. And regarding departmental test qualifying marks for this paper code 148, I have written 146, sorry, this should be 148, and the cutoff for this paper code 148, this should be 148. Okay, 148 is 40 marks, 40 marks is the qualifying marks, and previously that is 35 given. Previously the qualifying mark for this is 35, but they have increased it to 40 marks, as the negative marking is not there, they have increased it to 40 marks, and there is no cutoff for this, the cutoff is removed for this, and minimum qualifying marks for this is 40% of the marks we need to get for this exam, and this is for paper code 148. And the books allowed, you can quickly revise, that is Treasury Code volume 1 book will be allowed, and special pay allowance book allowed, fundamental rights allowed, and revised pay commission 2015. And if you are appearing for next year exam, that is revised pay commission 2020, you will get that book, you need to purchase. Okay, that book will be allowed. So these are the 4 kind of books they have allowed in paper code 148. This is observation from examination center, those who have attended the exam, from the feedback that we have written this. You can see this, the qualifying marks for paper code 148 is 40 marks, and the examination, the difficulty level for this is moderate. Okay, the difficulty level for this paper code 148 is moderate. Okay, and those who have purchased this book in the last minute and previous 1 week or before the exam, they might be felt difficulty for searching the questions in textbook, and those who have purchased a bit earlier and they might have got an idea how to check the questions and question and answers in the book. Okay, so this is paper code 148 is moderate, we can say. And those who have purchased the book bit earlier, those who have gone through these books, and they will easily pass this exam. Okay, so finally the paper code 148 and 146 is easy to moderate, we can say, and those who have purchased the book earlier, they can easily pass this exam. And your opinion also you can share in comments. Some of them told this second paper is little tough, some of them told, and first paper some of them told tough, and some of the feedback is first paper is easy, second paper is tough, like that they have told. Your comments, you can share your opinion on the exam, you can share in comments, and based on that we can know that. And one more thing, and some of the books if they haven't allowed in examination hall, those things also you can share in comments, so that other persons can know what are the books they are allowed and what are the kind of books they haven't allowed in examination halls, and those things also will be known by other people. Okay, so that it will be helpful to other persons who are going to appear in next year, and those who have written this exam, they will know the review on this exam. Okay, so this is regarding AP Departmental Test review 146 and 148, and the cutoff also I have discussed. And thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and share this video with your friends. Thank you.